started off by making our own instruments and then trying to attach that into Ableton and make something out of it. And right now we've actually got an actual electronic musical toy, and we have to mess with it and make another instrument out of it.
We've done a lot of instrument building, so we've made two instruments up to now. And so they're making a lot of tracks now using the instruments and using found sound and electronics. They're making tracks. We're also going to have a performance at the end of it. So with all the instruments we made, so all the students are going to get together and have a kind of an orchestra. The individual students will be working on their instruments / sculptures, which they'll be working on, and perhaps it will be shown in Goa also.
We plan to kind of explore various ways of producing sound out of stuff that's just lying around. The way we're working on this course is we are looking at discarded junk electronics and repurposing them to turn it into something artistic or creative.
Igle Ivagle is the colloquial way in Kannada to say here and now, and it obviously engages with the here and now of that space. So artistically, how we can engage in a public space in its everydayness. Shivaji Nagar being the center of the city, it has many avenues, many marketplaces, residential patterns, and it's a very conducive space for the kind of engagement we want in Bangalore as a city.
The students are documenting the place as it is with the people who work there. It's a way to understand the contemporary Indian city, Bangalore, through the work and lives of the people.
At the beginning of the process, they are really outsiders, and maybe the idea is to use also the art practice to go inside this place. Students can work with whatever they want to work with. It can be a typewriter that is writing on his machine to make administrative forms for the people. That can be a painter, that can be a carpenter, that can be everything else.
What I've been doing here is basically I was looking at a lot of things. So it's full of things, Shivaji Nagar. And I was really inspired by phone booths. Now what I'm going to do is just prank call these phone booths and record the responses of people, and it's going to be an experiment on how people react to that.
This project is it's a starting point for to really look at Bangalore's traffic issues from various standpoints. One is to try and sort of look at sustainable transport. But primarily it's to try and understand how urban mobility is as essential as housing, shelter, food. So we're thinking of storytelling and for it to be more performative. For example, on the bus, we have performers who'd sit next to people who are, sort of taking this ride, and they'd be having conversations in a scripted sense about various things that will offer triggers to people who they're traveling with.
I've been observing the behavior of women on buses, and it's quite interesting to me how just after they get on a bus, it's all about protecting yourself, because there's so many issues with like sexual harassment and stuff on the bus. What I'm going to do is a performance. I'm going to dress as the Rani of Jhansi and ride a bus. And I'm looking at some interesting conversations and photographs emerging from this.